I look at it as, we're a nonprofit provider. We rely largely on government funding, for our services. There's not always a lot of money for innovation, and how do we start to think that way and use it? And there's some culture change, right? How can it make us work faster? How can it help us think about, even our interventions? It doesn't necessarily have to replace clinical thinking, but it can inform clinical thinking. How can it help us with our improving our overall performance and key performance measures and helping us keep track of those things? But I think there have to be guardrails. Like there's a whole industry of apps that are out there now for people that they can just download and get their depression scores and get therapy and things like that. And that's the wild, wild west in that industry. And does it help people? Sure. Are there probably some best practices in there? Sure. But we have to sort of caution about, look at some of these, are there the right guardrails to make sure that if someone's using an app or the technology to help guide them through their engagement to treatment and things like that, that there is some evidence base and it's tested so that they can trust the source that they're going to.